What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Purple Parlor, episode 21. The Vikings sweep the Green Bay Packers for the first time since 2017, setting up, quite honestly, might be the biggest regular season game in Minnesota Vikings history, as well as the Detroit Lions. So we're going to get right down to it, man. We're going to talk our shit, and we're going to get down to it right after this.
I say the same. I say the same. I say the same. Alright.
Hey, the band is back together. We're in full force here at Purple Parlor, and the Minnesota Vikings are hitting on all cylinders after a huge win against the Green Bay Packers, 27-25. Should have been a little bit more than that. We should have put that game away a lot earlier than what we did.
Yeah.
But a win's a win. It's in division. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, we're 14-2 going into the last week with the number 1 seed on the line against the Detroit Lions, fellas. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm ready for Sunday night to get here. I am dreading it a little bit from a selfish standpoint as a content creator because it's like, damn, man, I go to bed at like 8:30, 9 p.m. This is Sunday night football. The game's not going to be over with until close to midnight. Then you got the post-game vid and all the other stuff. It's a lot. But you know what? It's a good problem to have. 14-2. That's wild. And I will say the only issue I have with this season, selfishly speaking, I've been thinking this for years, actually, but I've had no reason to even bring it up until this year. You have to reformat the playoff seeding, man. This is crazy. The idea that a 14-win team, whether it's going to be the Vikings or the Lions, are going to have to travel to face the winner of the NFC South. I don't give a damn about tradition or anything like that. We need the best 4 teams in each conference every year hosting a playoff game. We've seen this so many different times. This is just never really happened to the Vikings to this degree where they're 13, 14 wins in and they have to travel. That is nuts. But that said, this team can beat anybody anywhere. So whatever. Good problem to have.
Great problem to have, man. I feel good, man. Hey, look, man, I've been popping my shit. I'm on the high horse, sipping the purple Kool-Aid, all that. You feel me? Like this season has been a ride, man, a good one too. You know, I almost think back now to the time we lost to the Rams and we dropped it obviously to the Lions, and how ungrateful I was, man, to sit here and dog this team a little bit. You know what I mean? Just being a frustrated fan, not really realizing, man, we got a good football team, man. And like Randy said, I think we could beat anybody anywhere. So let's get it, man. Week 18, baby. The showdown, man. I'm excited about that shit.
Well, everybody was dogging this team after those losses, and then the 3 interception game in Jacksonville. Nah, we were all trashing this team.
We were all trash.
But that's fandom, right?
That's fandom.
Highs and lows, and we good now.
That's what makes it fun, though, too. You know what I mean? Makes it exciting.
Not that we kind of joked about it. We're serious to an extent of this, but it was still kind of just we kind of chuckled it off before. Sam Darnold's in the MVP conversation. Let's stop the BS.
Oh yeah,
let's stop the BS. Sam Darnold, he may not win it because it's Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Those are bigger names and more flashy. We get it, but Sam Darnold makes his case to be not only in the MVP conversation, but if you go out there and get the number 1 seed, you beat Detroit in Detroit. Yes, they're banged up. You can say whatever you want. If Sam Darnold makes that happen, if he has another game like he had one really bad throw, which he shouldn't have thrown, kind of got the Packers into the game a little bit, but he responded with the next drive going 5 for 5 for, I think, like 57 yards and a touchdown. But the dude has a case for MVP. Like, this sounds ridiculous. This sounds crazy, but Sam Darnold, he's definitely in the MVP
He
conversation.
that boy. He that boy, man. Real quick, man, before we continue, man, let's give a shout out to the chat, man. Keeping the lights on in the building, man. Shout out Gary. I see you, Julian. Skull Broski, man. I see your super chat too. We'll pull that up too, man. Yogi was good. Mr. I want to mock, man. The $9.99 from Skull Mafia, man. The Skull Broski, man. Let's get it, man. Skull Diesel, I see you, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. We appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Barber fade you up. Jay was good, man. We appreciate y'all tonight, man. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir. So, man, a lot to unpack here, and we all obviously know what's at stake this week against the Detroit Lions. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna preview that game, obviously, but let's bask a little bit in sweeping the Packers for the first time since 2017, the last time we actually made the NFC Championship game. Yeah. And this is our first opportunity to actually be the number 1 seed in the NFC since, I believe it was 1998. I'm not mistaken. That was the last time we were the number 1 seed. So there's a lot on the line. It's been a long storied history with the Green Bay Packers, and just kind of going over, the stats overall. We outgained them 441 yards to 271, 372 passing yards, held the Packers to 167. Packers went over 100 yards rushing, which I get that they were trying to run the ball and set the tone and all this stuff, but our offense was just too high powered for them to where they couldn't stick to the run too long. I felt like the Packers stuck to the run a little too long. They've been slinging the ball around a little bit, but hey, so be it. They went for 104 yards rushing. We went for 69, but just like KLC said in the press conference after the game, that's respectable enough for the defense to respect the run, to where it's like, okay, we're going for 6.3 yards per play. Yards per carry, I think, was more around, let me see, 4. What was it?
And real quick, man, it felt like we ran the ball really good, but then when you looked at the numbers, it was like, all right, it was an average game, regardless of how you cut it. But it felt like we were actually running the ball pretty good, though, man. I thought Aaron Jones was, and then I looked at the numbers at the end of the game, and I'm like, oh damn. He didn't do it wasn't like he was like taking over now, but it seemed like he was. Shit, every run it seemed like he was busting out for 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. So, but yeah, man,
impact plays.
A lot of these stats, a lot of these numbers come late in the game for the Packers. I believe in the middle of the third quarter, Jordan Love had like 65 yards passing the entire game or something, and then they had to start slinging the ball around, and obviously found their way back into the game, but. 17 first downs for the Packers to the Vikings 26. They went 8 for 14 on third down, but again, that's kind of inflated with, I guess you can consider it garbage time in this game when we were up 27-10 with 6 minutes left. They're kind of just slinging the ball around. Went 8 for 14 on third down. We went 6 for 12, good 50% there. Only 1 sack allowed. So this is probably the best game our offensive line has had the entire year.
That's a fact.
They looked really good.
It looked really good.
We got to Jordan Love 3 times. Penalties were about even. Both teams had 7 penalties, 51 yards for the Packers, 47 yards for the Vikings. And it looked like we tightened up on the kind of discipline later on in that game because we had a lot of early penalties. And then big one, what stood out to me, time of possession. Vikings over 35 minutes. And the Packers just under 25 minutes. So, I mean, you can look at the score and say it was a close game, but this was kind of a dominant victory up until the last 5-6 minutes of this game. So, I mean, were any of us expecting us to kind of come out and put hands on the Packers like that? We did it the first time. I don't see why it was such a surprise to some people.
I think it was going to be more so that they would correct their mistakes from the first game to where they get off to a hot lead, but they can maintain that gap in scoring. But it's one of those things where when the passing game goes into, oh shit, we got to make plays and it's no huddle and we just got to get after it. That's usually when you go into the prevent defense. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time, but most teams do that in those situations, and it's easy for that offense to shorten that gap. And that's what the Packers did in both of those games. But in both of those games, the Vikings got the win. So I don't really give a damn. Right? I don't care about officiating. I don't care about this or that. The Packers are ass. Jair Alexander, where you at, man?
Duck and smoke.
I've been waiting for this dude all season long, bro.
2 years in a row.
Don't talk all this shit about, I'm the shut that. Bro, you ain't shit. As a football player, you ain't shit. You want all this attention, and now you got the attention. All right, yo, where's Jair at? Nowhere to be found. Man, if you don't get your and Kayshawn Nixon, you got a lot of nerve, bro. You doing all this ass popping out there just like Jair Alexander does, and you're even more ass than he is. Get the hell up out of town, the Green Bay Packers. You pack your ass up back to Wisconsin, bums.
Bye-bye. Nah, facts though, man. Yeah, man. I was, that was one of my big things leading into the game was I was hoping Jair played just because, like, you talking crazy, man. Like, come on, man. You got to pop out. I feel like we've been waiting a long time to see you match up with Justin Jefferson, man. And it seems like just conveniently every time something wrong with you. Like, it's time to come out, man. You talking a lot, and now you got your other boy, Nixon or whatever, talking crazy, and he got smoked. So, you know what I mean? I know he need to go back in his little locker and apologize to his team for embarrassing them. You feel me? Like embarrassing them, talking crazy out the mouth like that. Because that route from Jordan Addison was nasty work, boy. Like, did him. Yeah. I mean, Jordan Addison, man, as we're on that, Jordan Addison, man, I got to tell you, man, like, that dude's a baller, bro. Like, for sure. Like, I mean, the first touchdown that he dropped, if that's to number 18, I think that's a touchdown. I will say that. I think Justin Jefferson pulls that down, but like still, that was still to be able to jump up there and put your hands on it like that. I mean, still, man. I mean, this dude is just a threat. He's a threat, man, a touchdown threat or touchdown machine, man. Shout out Jordan Addison. I'm glad he a Viking, bro. I'm gonna tell you that.
I mean, not just Jordan Addison. We got to shout out Jalen Naylor after this.
Shout out Naylor popping out.
Yeah. I mean, and we'll give the Packers a little tiny itty bitty bit of credit here. Early on in the game, it seemed like they did a fairly good job on slowing down Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison to where they were forcing us. They said, look, Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson aren't going to beat us. You're going to have to throw it to Hawkinson and whoever else you have. And that's exactly what we did. Jalen Naylor, 5 receptions, 81 yards, and that early touchdown. Yeah. He showed up early, which helped open up the game later on for Justin Jefferson. And it seemed like beginning of the second quarter maybe is when Addison turned it on, or did he get in the end zone in the first quarter? I know the first couple drives it was –
I think it was the second quarter. It might have been the second quarter because I know his touchdown gave us 20, I believe, right? I think. It was 20,
it was 13-3.
It was one of the last touchdowns for sure. So.
So no, they did a fairly good job early on our receivers, but Jalen Naylor stepping up, making really good catches. Credit to Sam Darnold, had a career day against this Packers defense, 33 for 43 for 377 yards, which is a career high. 3 touchdowns and that one really bad interception, which I mean,
this is not even talk about.
It happens. It happens. Like there's no point of even dissecting it. It's
exactly talk about.
Just the best quarterbacks make those plays.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't throw that again.
And I agree, bro. And you know what? I talked about that, man. Usually I'm really hard on quarterbacks and shit, but I tell you what, I didn't even bring it up, bro, because like he has the right to throw interception. It's when you throw in 4 or 3 a game, then we got to have a talk. But like. You threw an interception in a football game playing quarterback. When you threw for 43 times, it's okay, Sam. You feel me? I even tweeted right after it, and I said, don't even stress, bro. We good. Like, straight up. There's nothing to stress about. Like, at the end of the day, the man's been playing damn near perfect for like 2 months.
Yeah.
He throws a pick. So what, man? He bounced back, too.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't been this comfortable with the quarterback this quickly. It takes a long time for you to usually trust a quarterback. So, you know what? Even after that pick, I was kind of, okay, it's all good. Pick it up, rebound, bounce back. And that's exactly what he did on the very next drive. So I think that's even more important than not throwing an interception at all, is that you bouncing back from that. Because a lot of guys, whether it be Sam Darnold early in his career or just any other quarterback, they throw a pick in a game. Kirk Cousins, for example. And again, I hate to compare and contrast, but he was one of those guys. If he throws an early interception, the world is kind of crumbling for the rest of the game almost. So Sam Darnold bounces back quick. He has a short memory, which is exactly what you need as a quarterback in the NFL. So, again, MVP Sam, man. Sam VP.
Sam VP, baby.
But Justin Jefferson, 8 receptions, 92 yards. Jordan Addison, 6 receptions for 69 yards and a touchdown. TJ Hawkinson, 5 receptions for 68 yards. Aaron Jones had 30 yards on 4 catches. Cam Akers with 2 catches, one of those being the game winner for 15 yards, and the other one being for a touchdown, actually. So 2 huge grabs for Cam Akers, which, again, Kwesi, it feels like we go back to this every single show. Kwesi making a big time move, whether it be the offseason or in-season trade, for a guy that's going to make a difference and possibly win you a game. And that's exactly what happened.
That's
with
what Cam Akers did.
Today.
Yeah,
That was one of those early season trades to where some people were kind of scratching their head. Wait, we like Ty Chandler. Ty Chandler looked good in that San Francisco game. Why are we going out there getting Cam? Well, there's a reason why we went out there and got Cam Akers for times like these. So, man, everybody stepped up in this game. This is one of those games to where it makes you feel confident in this team to say, wait a minute, we can really do this. Like, this is a legitimate team. We're the real deal.
We can win the Super Bowl, bruh.
We can win the Super Bowl.
We can win the Super Bowl, dog. Like, the way this team, I'm not holding back anymore, bro. Like, it's time. You know what I'm saying? It's time to start popping your shit, Vikings fans. We are the real deal. Holyfield, man. We are Super Bowl contenders, if not probably the most threatening Super Bowl contenders, to be honest with you, in my book. Like, our offense balling, man. I mean, hey, who gonna stop us?
Well, let me bring this up. So, SK, you said it's not realistic, and I understand it wasn't realistic. But, and I'm not trying to be negative Nancy
Randy?
here. What's that?
Are we getting realistic, Randy?
No, these are the facts right now.
We're getting negative Nancy.
I said, hold on to JPR. Just in case.
Yeah,
hold on to John Parker Romo, baby. Because if Will Reichert doesn't come back right, okay, cool. Let him rehab a little bit longer, as long as he needs to. You got the rights to JPR too. Go ahead and let him get all the kicks in. And then when you feel confident, go ahead and bring back Will Reichert. Or I even took it to the extreme side and said, you know what, man? Will Reichert, he's just not feeling right. We're going to shut him down the rest of the year. John Parker Romo, he's got the hot leg. We're going to roll with it the rest of this season, 2024. We don't have JPR anymore. It's Will Reichert.
Yeah.
Do we have a kicking problem?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
100%.
We do. Yep.
And
I talked about this too, but I think we do. Yep.
I don't think he's fully healthy. He just
I don't
doesn't
either.
look right. Like, even on that first one where normally, what was it, a 57-yarder? Like, those are one of those kicks where it's just like, okay, Riker's got the leg. Like, no problem. He's going to drill this. And he came up way short. Did he bang it off the...
It wasn't way short, but it was short. Yeah, he banged it off the bottom crossbar,
right?
Yeah.
So and also, I think that kick, I think he felt like, okay, I could just kind of just bang this through. I don't got to fully put my leg into it. I think that's what it looked like, because it looked like he casually kind of kicked it. So maybe he's lacking the strength that he thought he had before coming off that injury. And then obviously he doinked one off the upright for the next missed field goal. And that could have been the difference in the game. If we would have lost this game, that would have been a big reason why, those 2 missed field goals. But absolutely, we have a kicking problem. Now, can he shake it off? Can he get more healthy? Can he get out of this rut? Absolutely. I 100% believe in this coaching staff and special teams coordinator Matt Daniels. I believe he's going to inject that confidence into him. So if there's any coaching staff that can get a guy's confidence back, it's this coaching staff. So I'm concerned. I'm definitely concerned, but I believe in this coaching staff, man. They haven't given us a reason not to.
Yeah, good call, Randy. Though when you talked about that, this was I guess about a month ago, maybe. How long has Riker been back? At least a month. I feel like a month ago, because we 2 shows,
either 3 games or maybe 4.
So and that was a good call, and people were laughing in the chat or thinking it was a crazy take, but it really wasn't. Now keeping 2 kickers, I mean, still teams don't do it. It's abnormal for teams to do that. So that probably wasn't going to be the case. But again, now it's starting to make sense, because you got this kicker. He's a rookie. coming off an injury, and now he's starting to look like a rookie kicker, and at the wrong time.
Yeah, this is
Like,
the
it's
worst
one
time.
thing. It's
Yeah.
one thing to do it at the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? But like to do it now when we're leading into the playoffs, you want to know why? Because the playoffs, I can guarantee you, out of the 2 games we'll have to win if we get the 1 seed. If we get the 1 seed out of those 2 games, one of those games I can guarantee you is going to come down to a field goal.
Yeah.
That is almost absolute, man. So like it's one of those things where he has to be on point. He has to hit those kicks, man. Whether it's 56, 57, you were hitting those at the beginning of the season. We need to see
Easy.
that. Yeah, for
It
sure.
may come down to next week. He may have a spot next week where he has to kick a game-winning field goal. So
Flip side is he could make a clutch field goal and get all his confidence back because he still might be hurt. Yeah, but I feel like he just looks to me like he's in his own head. Like he looks concerned, like he's seeing ghosts out there. That, hey man, at Ford Field, you're playing indoors. Then again, you played indoors at your own home stadium last night and missed 2 field goals. But I mean, if there's any opportunity for him to bounce back, I would say it's next week, Sunday Night Football. And I mean, the most high pressure situation that you can be in your early career. So I think he has the physical ailment, but also the mental ailment, just in my humble opinion, outside looking in.
Fact.
Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely a cause of concern. If anything is a cause of concern about this team after the victory that we just got after the Packers, it would definitely be the kicking game. Most definitely. I mean, the offensive line looked great. Dalton Reisner looked great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing you can really complain about outside of this kicking game, and that's not something you want to worry about going into the playoffs. So hopefully we can tighten that up going into next week against the Detroit Lions. Because if we're being honest, fellas, playoff starts. I mean, they started against the Packers, but this is the big one.
They started against the Seahawks, technically.
Yes, it started at the Seahawks, really, but this is the big one right here. My concern when we first started this kind of 3-game stretch here was if we can get past Seattle and Green Bay, I'm confident we can get past Detroit, and I still feel that way. Green Bay was the big one. Green Bay was the one where it's like, okay, that's a divisional rival. That's the team that's got a chip on their shoulder. That lost to you earlier on in the year in Lambeau. They want to get their get back. They're going to talk their shit. And that's exactly what it was. But we came and we took care of business at home. And it should have been a whole lot worse than what it was. But I like to see how we finished that game and putting the ball in Sam Darnold's hands. 3 straight plays. I mean, well, 2 straight plays, excuse me, because we ran the ball once in between that CJ Ham first down. And
can we get some flowers to KOC real quick on that play call?
Oh, no.
Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy.
Come
on, Randy. KOC. That shit was nice.
You got to extend. There's no question, Randy.
Nice.
Okay, two things can be true. Yes, KOC deserves an extension, but also, and I wasn't even going to bring this up, but Rat brought it up.
The second half.
That master class, not even the second half, the master class clock management at the end of the first half. I'm like, Matt Eberflus, is he here? Yeah. Is he Plankton? Inserting himself into SpongeBob's brain? Yeah. What the hell are you doing? But I said, you know what? It's cool. I'm going to let it go. I thought that the goofiness of KOC was gone forever because the last couple of weeks I was like, oh, this dude figured it out. But I'm basically chalking it up to now that this is just something he's always going to do. It's going to be frustrating, but he does so much greater good for this team that it's like, you just got to let it happen. Yeah. But bro, you had 3 timeouts in a minute and 16 left. And what you completed a pass or whatever, you moved the ball down the field. And I'm like, sweet, timeout now. And the clock was running. I'm like, oh, we're not doing that. And we got bailed out by the refs. If anything, that may be the reason why we didn't win by more. Like, you could have possibly scored a touchdown that drive the way that you were moving with better clock management, but I'm not here to complain or be negative.
No, I was thinking about you. I was thinking about you when that happened. I'm like, damn, how am I going to defend this motherfucker? How am I going to defend his ass Monday night?
Dude, that was so bad.
Especially if we would have lost this game. That would have been highlighted. Boy, I'm telling you, that shit would have been highlighted.
It just seemed like we were just playing for a field goal there, which
I don't care what you were playing for.
That's the one Will Riker missed at the
yeah, missed the first one, but then there was the offsides,
okay, and
then you got a second crack at it, and then a third crack. I don't even know what happened after the second attempt, but
they called timeout again. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, icing the kicker. That's what that was.
Yeah. So no, it's it definitely.
But not KOC can do no wrong. I get it.
No. I was frustrated. If the game was closer than what it was, I think what was it, a 10-point game at that time? If I'm not mistaken. If that was a tie game or a closer game there, then I think it's more of a big deal. And we're lucky we got the 3 points at the end of that half. But one thing outside of offense, I'm going to look at the defense now. Brian Flores in this defense, again, putting it together, especially that first half. They were playing lights out.
Yeah.
Playing lights out. I mean, Jordan Love couldn't get anything downfield. The pass rush was there. The run defense was there. They tried to run. That was their game plan. They wanted to run it down our throats, control the clock, and the opposite happened. So I was always skeptical of this this run defense. I'm like, yeah, we have a good run defense, but I'm not too sure, man. I need to see it against a really good run offense when the game's close and the team's, still being able to run without having to worry about catching up to us. And they stepped up. Tillery, another great signing by Kwesi, another former first rounder with a chip on his shoulder. Harrison Phillips, which I think he was one of the lowest PFF grades in this game or something. Again,
PFF.
Really good in the run defense. Ivan Pace coming back. First play of the game, Ivan Pace was in the backfield. He missed the tackle, but he was in the backfield. First play of the game, setting the tone. So, I mean, I can't be much more confident in this team going into the last week of the season for the number 1 seed on the line.
Hey, let's give it up for Byron Murphy too.
This
man's balling.
He's balling.
Byron Murphy.
He was all over the field.
He's in the green now, right?
He's in the green now. Yeah, he's in
the green.
He's in the green now.
Peak green.
Is he in the extension conversation now?
Yeah. In my opinion, yeah. Who you gonna get to replace him?
Yes. As long as it's reasonable. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Nah, he's been balling. He's been great this year. Started off rough, but he's finishing off hot at the perfect time.
Yeah, no. Again,
he was excellent in coverage. He didn't get an interception yesterday, but I mean, the man made pass deflection after pass deflection. Maybe he gets credited with one, but he was all over the place.
Yeah. Everybody's playing to their full potential here, and it's just a credit to this coaching staff, man. But
because that pass interference call Murphy got was bullshit. Like that was good ass defense, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
it was. That was real ticky tack.
Yeah.
Real ticky tack.
But that's officiating nowadays anyway. Yeah. So where I can't even get mad at that.
What do you expect these cornerbacks to do, bro? Like, I mean, come on, you can't play no better defense than that. Like,
right?
That shit crazy.
Yeah. But moving on to the biggest matchup, and this is the first question I'll ask, and we can kind of get into the context of the whole matchup and everything. Is this the biggest regular season game in Minnesota Vikings history? Not just Minnesota Vikings history. This may be the biggest regular season game possibly of all time. With what's
of all time?
I mean, what other game has had this at stake?
Well, that I don't know. Like, I gotta go like deep into my psyche and spend some time like going back and looking at different franchises. I will say, for this team, the Vikings, I can't think of one bigger. There was the 0-3, the end of the season to make it to the playoffs, but that was like to barely get in. I'm guessing as a wild card before losing to the Arizona Cardinals, but that's a far cry from this situation right now. The Vikings going for the 1 seed. Yeah, I would have to say, just off the top of my head, this is the most important game in the regular season history for this franchise.
No, I agree, man. I think this game is huge, bro. Like, for the marbles, this is the game for the marbles. Like, you win this game. The reason why it's super important, and everybody knows this isn't news. But first of all, the playoffs have to come through the bank. So, I mean, and we're 7-1 at home. So that's you want that to happen. You want the playoffs to have to come through US Bank Stadium. And I mean, you get to play one less game pretty much to make it to the Super Bowl. We get the 1 seed. We got to win 2 games. That's it. So like I'm ready, man. I think we can make it happen too. I'm excited. I think we match up well with the Lions. I mean, listen, the first game proved that we're not whoever they thought we was. Like it's gonna be a ball game, bro. They not about to. It doesn't matter. Even on the road, we've been good on the road and at home. So either way, man, we're 7 and what. If we only lost 2 games, so our record's good on the road too. So it doesn't matter. Let's ball out in Motown, baby. We coming for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. In my time that I can remember, and the history that I do know with the Minnesota Vikings, there is no game bigger than what we are going to be playing next Sunday night in the regular season. Obviously, playoffs are a different story, and NFC championships and blah blah blah. But this lines you up, obviously, for the number 1 seed for the bye. The biggest thing for me, and last night's game or yesterday's game showed us this, home field advantage in US Bank, I think is more important, just as much as important as that bye week. You got to have home field advantage with that crowd behind you. Our defense looked great, especially with that crowd noise. You got to have that advantage in the playoffs, especially going up against teams like Philadelphia. We can say all we want about Philadelphia and whatever craziness or rift that they got going on in their locker room. That's an extremely talented football team, and they will kill you in the trenches if you let them. We need every single advantage that we can possibly get going up against one of those teams. And the Eagles are going to be our number 1 competitor in these playoffs. Yes, the Lions are going to be hard, divisional rivals. If we come across the Packers again, that's going to be tough. It's tough beating a team 3 times in one season. But the Eagles are the team that you are going to have to get over to get into the Super Bowl. And if you don't have home field advantage, that is going to be extremely tough to do on the road in Philadelphia. You have to get home field advantage. And obviously, it starts on Sunday Night Football. And in my opinion, you got through the 2 toughest games in this 3-game stretch. Seattle on the road, we kicked that can or this voodoo or whatever, not being able to win in Seattle, kick that out the door. Being able to sweep the Packers, it's been a really long time. Last time we made it to the NFC Championship, kick that out the window. Now it's the Lions. We've been chasing them all season long. We finally have an opportunity to catch them. We felt like we had them the first game, and we let it slip. We were one play away from sealing that game. But here we are, everything on the line, number 1 seed, home field advantage, bye week. The Lions desperately need that bye week. So you know they're going to come out with their hair on fire. Take care of business on the road, and Super Bowl is within grasp.
Yeah, but I think they can also win on the road too. Even at Philadelphia, as tough as it is there. Remember last year, gentlemen, I want to say it was 4 turnovers that they had at the Link against Philadelphia. That was a primetime game. Justin Jefferson, he fumbled it into the end zone for a touchback. It was the Vikings that lost the game. They were the better team that night. So I'm not necessarily worried about them. I understand that like going on the road is not as favorable as playing at home in front of your home crowd. Obviously, you want that, but I think they can seriously go on the road and still beat any team in the league. Detroit being the hardest on the NFC side. So I get what you're saying. Yes, you want that number 1 seed and to have that home field advantage, but I don't think all is lost if you don't get it. You go on the road, hey, bro, like, all right, yes, it will be tougher, sure, but this coaching staff, they know what they're doing. They know how to match up against opposing teams. And this team, the players have shown that they can execute on the road as well as at home. So it's going to be better at home, but on the road, I'm still chilling.
Yeah, me too. I think more than just having the home field, I think the 1 less game just sounds more it just sounds more intriguing to me. Like I mean to only have to play 2 instead of 3, because if not, we got to play 3 games. Am I correct on that? That's how it goes, right? Like we get a bye, so we get a bye the first week. So we have to play the divisional and then the championship game. To where if not, we got to play wild card, divisional, and then championship. So so at the end of the day, I think that's what I want. The lesser games to get to the Super Bowl, the better. in my opinion, man. So, hey, look, man, we got to go handle business on Sunday. And I'm glad the NFL flexed it. Good job, NFL, man. You guys
Oh
are
yeah,
smart. You know what I mean?
that's
You
a
had to
given.
do that.
They
You
had
had
to.
to do that.
Yeah.
They
You know,
had
that was
to.
only right. So, hey, man, it's
Yeah.
gonna be, it's gonna be. I mean, for the whole world to see. I mean, the nation's gonna be watching this game. Every football fan around the nation is gonna be tapped in. So we got to go out there and show them, man, that we in here, man. We in here to take it, man. It's ours.
Yeah, and look, I know we're still in the midst of the season and everything, but this is kind of the biggest topic in football right now. Are we bringing Sam Darnold back, man? Like it's like I know we said, hey, if he makes it to the Super Bowl, we will. But at this point, man, look, we're all JJ McCarthy guys. We were
Yeah.
all JJ McCarthy is the future of this franchise.
Mhm.
You gotta at least franchise tag him. You can't let him go anywhere. You got to at least franchise tag him.
Go ahead, Randy.
I'm not stressing out about it anymore. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
even though I would rather them go the side of JJ McCarthy, save money, it does strike a thought in my brain that every single game that we are seeing of Sam, especially these last couple of weeks, each game that goes by, I'm like, okay, maybe. All right, maybe I have to deviate from my original thought.
Yeah.
But I'm at the point now where honestly, I just have to respect whatever the team decides to do, which I never thought I would say at all. I'm usually the guy where it's like, all right, this is my thought, and I feel like I'm right. And damn it, if you do the other thing, what the hell are you doing? This is the first time where I'm like, you know what? Whatever the team decides to do, I'm good with it because they're saying, let's say they do go the opposite direction of what we want them to do.
Mhm.
They bring back Sam Darnold on a 2-3 year deal, $40-50 million per. That means that they said this is what's best for the franchise. This is sure we have the option of JJ McCarthy right here and the benefits that can come with it, but we've decided Sam Darnold, that's the route to go. I don't even think it's worth the discourse to have to fight each other in Vikings fandom. It's like, all right, let the team decide what it is that they're going to do.
Enjoy
Yeah,
the
I
ride.
mean, like I'm all with whatever the team decides to do at this point. I do believe that unfortunately, Sam Darnold, regardless of how this season has been playing out, I still believe that every week is a prove it week all the way up until the season is over, though. Because you think about it like this: we get the number one seed, we play the first playoff game, we get bounced out. I mean, like at the end of the day, you still didn't reach your ultimate goal. Now the franchise might look at that. I mean, the Quasi, they might still look at it like, listen, we here to win a Super Bowl. We couldn't accomplish it with him. Maybe he's not our guy, regardless how good he played. Because at the end of the day, once you pay him a certain amount of money, you got to realize too that the team is going to change. There's going to be personnel changes that got to be made as well. So, are you confident in Sam Darnold being able to, make up for that void that we're going to have when you don't have maybe Van Ginkel leaves or can't keep Grenard or something like in that type of way? I don't know, man. Like it's one of those things you got to sit back and think about. I do trust our team though. And if they bring Sam Darnold back, I'm with it. We riding. Like, I mean, you can't really, as a Vikings fan, you can't be upset if we decide to bring Sam Darnold back because of the way he's playing, though, honestly. Like, I mean, this shit's fun. And it does look like he's super comfortable, bro. It look like it really does. Like, I'll say up to about week 7 or 8, I was still sitting back waiting for that game, waiting for Sam Darnold to turn into Sam Darnold. And now I can comfortably say, and this happened about a month ago, where I'm like, bro, the way he's playing, you can see it. He's comfortable. He knows this offense now. He's making big time throws. Like, I think he is who he is now, man. What we're seeing, I believe he probably could do it 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row, man. So I'm with it, man. Whatever happens. I do want JJ though, man. I ain't gonna lie.
The biggest thing in that kind of conundrum or that situation, the biggest thing that we got going for us with that, JJ McCarthy's only 21 years old.
Yeah.
So say you do go out there and sign Sam Darnold to a 2-3 year deal. JJ McCarthy's going to be 24, 25 years old still by the time you got to decide what to do with Sam Darnold again, or whether you decide to ship out JJ McCarthy at that time. So that's what you got going for you. You have many options that you can go with, but I think right now, at the very least, you're gonna probably franchise tag the guy because if you do decide to trade him, don't let him walk. Like you got to go out there and get something for him. So franchise tag him and then go from there. But hey, that we shouldn't even be talking about that right now because we got the #1 seed on the line next week, and then we have a possible Super Bowl to win. So that should be what's on our minds. That should be eyes on the prize. Let's get our first one. Let's get it out the way. And we got a great chance to do it this year, man. We have a legitimate team. We have a legitimate coaching staff. We could pull it off, man. And I just like
shout out Purple Jesus for the 5, man, because this right here, I mean, that video he's talking about. Hey, man,
that's
that video
crazy.
touched me, bro. Like you can feel the vibes, and then Kevin O'Connell sitting back in the corner, just looking at his team in the background, smiling like he's watching his kid take his first steps. I mean, it was just a great moment. You know what I mean? Like it was a great moment. His team loves Sam Darnold, and I wouldn't be surprised if they bring him back there because he's playing. I mean, he earned it, right? Yeah. I don't think anything's given. He actually is. If he does get an extension or get a deal with us, it's because he earned it. It isn't because the team's just like, hey, we need a quarterback. We want to make sure we have a veteran on the roster, so let's go ahead and sign him. No, he's earned everything that's coming his way, man. This man's balling out. Shout out Sammy D.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Got to feel confident in our guy. But that brings us to, and it looks like San Francisco scored again. It looks like
let's go.
Looks like it's a shootout. I mean, it
doesn't
change.
Matter.
It doesn't even matter. Yeah.
Next week, I'd actually much rather have the Lions off a win than have them mad off a loss against San Francisco. But
let them be mad. Who cares? Be mad all you want to.
Nah, because again, we could use this tape and expose some shit. I mean, you never know.
Are they playing their starters? I know Campbell.
Yeah, they're playing their starters. They're trying to win. No, they trying to win, but they is getting Purdy in his bag, right? Purdy, like, man, let me get to speaking of
trying to get paid.
Oh like, yeah, they're up.
Sam Darnold is not coming back home. This is my team.
They're up 21-13 right now, San Francisco.
21-13. Yeah.
Yep.
So. Yeah. But that brings us to our last segment, our favorite segment. Things are getting tight. The Sizzlin 7 of the week. Just going over our games from last week. Kansas City at Pittsburgh. Rap got that one. He got Randy wasn't here last week. He got his picks in. He texted them to us. So no BS.
Hey, y'all better quit sleeping on Kansas City. Why y'all not? Y'all do realize they like 15-1, right?
No. I wasn't sleeping on them. I was looking at the context of the game. Pittsburgh's coming in. They're desperate. They're coming off a loss. Like they needed it more than KC did. Obviously, KC's just hitting on a different level right now. Next game, Ravens at Texans. We all went Ravens. Arizona at the Rams. We all went the Rams. Las Vegas at the Saints. Rap got that one. Las Vegas at the Saints. Me and Randy went with the Saints there. Titans at Jags. We all went Titans, and the Jags pulled off the win. That was our toilet bowl of the week. And then Denver at Cincinnati. Me and Realistic Randy went Cincinnati. I think that was an obvious pick there. Rap lost that one.
Don't do
Denver.
that. Bo Nix. That game went the fucking.
Nah, that was crazy.
That was a close game.
Yeah. The Bengals should have lost.
Yeah.
Mad times.
That's a fact.
And then obviously Minnesota against the Packers. We all went Minnesota. So me and Randy went 4-3 on the week, and Rap went 5-2. So bringing total to Realistic Randy at 61-58. Rap is at 73-46, and I'm at 74-45. So I got a 1-game lead on Rap.
I told you,
the
boy,
only thing that matters,
Mr. Hawk'em down, boy.
The only thing that matters is
Randy is
it's over.
Randy's
like
mathematically eliminated.
Yeah,
so,
it's done.
He already, we're already getting ready to do.
We're gonna get something special for you too, Randy. Me and Rap already talked about it. You're gonna love it.
We got it. Matter of fact, we might as well go ahead and place that order. We might as well go ahead and place that order here this week. Shit, might as well, because it's over.
Yeah. It's not a jersey, so you don't have to worry about wearing the shine.
You have to tell me what it is. Like it's not like you can like us mostly send it to me through this live stream. Like,
No, we're gonna mail
what-
it to your
all we
house.
need is your address.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
And then you can open it on stream. We'll make it
you
even
can
more fun.
You can open it on stream
on the show. That
Yeah,
don't
on
open
the
the
show,
box.
wear it
Yeah,
throughout
don't
the
cheat
show.
either, bro. We'll know.
Yeah, because it's
Make
something
sure
you
the
wear.
box is taped up. Yeah.
It is.
I mean,
something you
honestly,
wear.
I ain't gonna lie. Like you ain't gonna mind it though. That ass.
I think you'll
Okay.
like it.
I actually
might
think
hang-
you'll
you
like
might
it.
hang it up on your wall.
You might. You might.
No,
I
it's
really
gonna be
like it.
something dumb. Like, so, like,
Yeah.
I don't put dumb stuff up on my wall, so I know it's gonna be like
Not.
ridiculous.
Randy.
Nah,
Come
man, it ain't gonna be that.
All right,
bad.
if it's not a jersey, like it's something that you think will trigger me into a rage. So it's not Sean Mannion. I don't know, a Mike Zimmer shirt.
Wait and see,
No.
man.
Yeah,
Mhm,
just have to
Wait
wait and
and
see. Just
see.
make sure to send us your address over, and we'll get it to you
mhm.
shortly.
Okay.
So maybe we'll do another pick 'em for just the playoffs, and we'll have another like.
Now, you
loser,
know what?
whoever wins.
Let's get it all the way through the playoffs. So wait, does this still
double up
count?
the points?
Yeah, let's have the playoff picks
Yeah.
go through there, and then we add it onto the regular season.
Yeah, but that's not gonna change. You're like 15.
Well, I
games back.
mean, then all of a sudden I got a chance again.
Not really.
But no, it ain't because you're like 15 games back, bro.
Yeah,
What
Like,
what
you're
what what's the records
mathematically
again?
eliminated.
you're 61 and 58.
Right.
Rap is the closest to you at 73 and 46.
Oh yeah, it's over. Yeah. That's
So
over.
wait. So wait.
Yeah.
So wait.
But yeah,
Shout
we
out
might
Sal
do
Dog,
a
man. Shout out
second
Sal
one.
Dog for the $2, man. He said
Yeah,
to
shout
be the
out.
best, you have to beat the best. And that's
Yeah,
right.
absolutely. But me and Rap are getting close, man. We don't have a winner prize in this one. I think it's just for bragging rights.
Yeah.
But Rap, you're drawing close, my guy. Drawing
One
close.
game back, man. This is the time right here, man. Run
One
those
game
games.
back.
I'm on your ass this week. That's a
Yeah.
fact, man. It's time to take the lead, baby.
So for our picks this week, I'll pick first because I'm in the lead, just
Yeah.
so I'm not picking the
You give
same
us
as
the
Rap and
opportunity,
keeping
yeah.
my lead. All
For
right.
sure.
So we got some toilet bowls this week because there's not very many good games outside of obviously our game. We have Seattle against the Rams, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Like you know, you don't have too many great games. But first game on the docket, Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Randy, you can go first. I'll go second. How about that?
Oh man. You know, I feel like the Steelers, they're kind of I think that loss to Kansas City really hurt them a bit. They're going to be at home. Cincinnati really has something to play for here. I'm going to say the Bengals.
Okay. I'm going Bengals too.
Bengals and who was the other team? I'm sorry, Bengals and who? Pittsburgh.
You're not even listening.
I'm going Pittsburgh on that. Give me Pittsburgh.
He's trying to catch up right there. First one.
Give me
All right,
Pittsburgh.
next game. San Francisco at Arizona. There's no playoff
Oh,
implications.
God.
Straight up game, Randy.
Niners.
Niners?
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
Yep. Give me Niners too. I'm going Niners.
Well, I mean, I was going to go Niners too, but
That's all
I
right.
guess we're all going Niners.
I'll go Niners.
Next game, not a toilet bowl. This has actually no, because the Rams already clinched. Seattle at the Rams.
Seattle. Rams have nothing to play for. So they're going to rest Matthew Stafford's old ass. And
Yeah, I'm gonna go Seattle too. I think
Me too.
You too.
Yeah.
All
Because of that reason, for sure. Yeah, they're not.
All right, another toilet bowl here, but does have some playoff implications. A team that's been playing really well lately, Carolina at Atlanta.
Who's been playing really well? Hold on, wait a
Carolina.
minute.
They may not have.
that's a
won.
good question. What team has been playing well lately?
Carolina
They
has
both
been
lost,
playing
right?
Man,
Atlanta.
Carolina
Oh,
got
boy.
their ass whooped.
Oh,
They
Lord.
barely-
This past week they got their ass whooped. But before that, they've been playing really good.
Man.
Who you going with?
Falcons.
Yeah, give me the Falcons. Yeah.
I'm going Falcons too. All right, next game. KC at Denver. KC's resting their starters, but it's still the Chiefs, man. Carson Wentz. Who you got, Randy?
Dude, Carson Wentz is ass, bro. Like, I'm not going that route. Yeah, no. Give me Bo Nix all the way.
I'm going Denver too. Denver
Hey, but
has
you know
obvious.
what? I'm going KC, man. Regardless, give me KC. Yeah.
No, I'm looking at it this way. If KC's smart, you don't want to see Cincinnati in the playoffs. You'd much rather see Denver. If you beat Denver and Cincinnati finds a way to beat Pittsburgh, Cincinnati's in the playoffs. So I think KC, they don't lose on purpose, but they're definitely rolling their backups on out there and they're chilling.
I'm gonna trust the facts that Carson Wentz, like, you know, I agree with Randy. He is ass. You feel me? Shout out our boy Too Evil. But I will trust the coaching staff, and he has been sitting for a long time, he's been there the whole year, even into the offseason, sitting behind Patrick Mahomes, learning the system. I think there could be a game one there, you know what I mean, against a team in Denver. Now, Denver, they got one of the best defenses in the NFL, though, but I still think there's a chance there with a guy like Carson Wentz because he is a veteran. So I think hopefully he just don't do trying to be fucking the hero every play. That's the one thing I hated about Carson Wentz. Every single play, I mean, the most simple check down, this motherfucker got to make it look like it was the most spectacular shit ever. Like, bro, just throw the check down, man. Like, what the fuck? Why you gotta dive while you throwing the shit? Like, this motherfucker used to make this. He makes this game harder than it has to be, bro.
Yeah. So then we got the ultimate toilet bowl of this week. Jacksonville at the Colts. I'm going Colts.
Yeah. No, you know what? Let me see.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Go ahead, Randy. You go ahead.
I think there's some turmoil happening. Well, in both franchises right now, like the Jaguars, they're probably going to have to figure out if they're going to have to fire some folks. And then the Colts, they're trying to figure out or stretch out, is Anthony Richardson our guy, Mr. Quitter himself? I'm going to take the Jaguars.
Ooh. Okay.
And hold on, and the Colts are eliminated, right? Like they have
Colts are eliminated, and I think Flacco's starting. I think Richardson's dealing with back spasms or some shit.
Yeah, give me the Colts.
Colts, yeah. Okay. And then obviously the biggest game of the season, biggest regular season game in Minnesota Vikings history. The Minnesota Vikings travel to Detroit, #1 seed on the line, bye week on the line, home field advantage on the line, NFC North title on the line. Who do we have? I need a game prediction, and I need a bold prediction. Randy?
Vikings win. It's a tight. I'm going to do the SK thing. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a battle. Can't take them lightly. Nah, it's going to be a tight game. I'm going to say the Vikings win by 1 point. I'm not going to predict a score prediction because I think it's going to be high scoring. Jahmyr Gibbs scares the hell out of me because, yeah, the Vikings did a pretty good job on Josh Jacobs. He's a damn good running back, but Jahmyr Gibbs, that's different, bro. This is an outside speedy machine. So it's not just the interior defensive line. You need the linebackers to be just as good on the outside. But I'm going to say that the Vikings get it done. They know what's at stake here, and they win. The bold prediction from me is that they win by 1 point off of the Will Reichert field goal, walk-off victory. He gets his confidence back just in time for the postseason. Vikings win. Damn it.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Let's go, man. Let's go. I like it, man. I'm going Vikings all day long and strong, man. Listen, I'm not worried about the Lions not one damn bit. I think, first of all, the score, I have 28-24. I do believe it's going to be, a competitive game. So, 4-point victory. I feel good with that. I do believe Sam Darnold, with that 28 points, Sam Darnold will throw for 4 touchdowns, man. He gonna really put a dagger in him. That's my bold prediction, which some can argue is not even that bold the way this man's been playing. You feel me? But at the end of the day, man, it's for the #1 seed. It's, you win this game, you put your team in position. This is just going to solidify and make the argument even more stressful in the offseason about what the Minnesota Vikings are going to do with Sam Darnold, because he's going to force the Vikings' hand with this game right here, man. I'm really riding behind number 14 in this game. I think he's going to be able to dice these guys up. He has to bounce back. He threw an interception against the Lions, Brian Branch, which was a great interception. But, man, now you got to make him pay, Sammy. 4 touchdowns, man. 28-24, Vikings win. Let's go.
Oof. All right, well, it's a divisional game. It's gonna be it's gonna be tough.
13 to 12.
It's gonna be a tough one.
Fuck that. We got through the toughest part. I said the last 3 games, Seattle, Green Bay, Detroit. Your 2 toughest games are at Seattle and Green Bay and US Bank Stadium. You get through those 2 games, you take care of Detroit in Detroit. We've had this chip on our shoulder since what, week 6, I believe, week 7, since we had Detroit. We had Detroit and US Bank Stadium. We are 1 completion away from wrapping that game up, and we should be 15-1 right now, and we should be going into this last game against the Detroit Lions without a care in the world, because we already locked up the number 1 seed. But we go into this game with some extra attitude. We're on the road. We've been hearing shit about the Lions all season long. We've been doubted all season long. Put some fucking respect on our name. We've been doing this shit from week 1 all the way leading up to week 17. It's 1 more week left. All the marbles, number 1 seed against Detroit. We take care of business. Punch these motherfuckers in the mouth. Run it down their throat. Sammy D's going to have a big game. We're going to put it all together just like we did against the Green Bay Packers. The only difference in that game between this game is that we win by double digits and we don't let them get back in the game. We whoop the Detroit Lions ass. Week 18, we lock up the number 1 seed, and we got the Super Bowl in our horizons. Minnesota Vikings win 38-27. Seal it up. Fuck the Lions. Fuck the rest of the NFL. I don't give a fuck. Sammy Darnold for MVP. Let's go win the fucking Super Bowl.
Let's go. You feel me?
SK about to get us killed on TikTok, bro.
Yeah,
Them
SK
Lions fans about to come at us like crazy. But then again, we could be nice as hell and they still do it anyway.
It don't matter.
Bring
Yeah,
it.
man.
I'm done being Minnesota.
Double digits.
Minnesota
All right.
humble. Like Rap said at the beginning of the show, let's talk our shit. Put some respect on our fucking team, man. We've been doing this shit from week 1 all the way up.
That's a
We
fact.
had 1 little slip up with back-to-back games playing Detroit and then going on a short week on the road playing the Rams. It is what it is. We're 14-2 for a reason, because we are the best team in the NFC, and we go out and we prove it in week 18 on the road in Detroit and shut everybody the fuck up. And you know what? Even if we grab that number 1 seed, that first game, that divisional round, whether we're playing the Lions or whether we're playing the Packers, because I guarantee you one of those teams is who we're going to play in the divisional round. We'll probably be underdogs in that game. And you know what? That's exactly how the fuck we want it.
Yeah, fuck the Lions. Let's go.
I feel that
Let's
rage.
get it.
I feel it.
It's
Yeah.
time to bring the attitude, man. Stop all this nice shit.
Exactly.
This is the NFL. This
Look
is
at you.
football.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
This ain't no
FTL in the
close
chat.
divisional game. I'm not here for that shit, Randy.
Yeah.
I just really hope this video clip doesn't come back to bite us in the ass.
Right?
Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm like, oh shit.
Nah,
Please
it's
be
not.
right.
It's not. It's not. It's not. We spanking their ass for sure, man. Like
It
I
hasn't
feel
come back to bite us all season, right?
it hasn't.
Yeah.
And in reality, man, I'm gonna tell you, like, I do feel like we saw the first game, man. It was neck to neck, and we were playing. Both teams were fresh. I mean, some of the best football at the beginning of the season, roughly, quarter, I guess a little bit over a quarter, but still yet, man, like you can tell that we match up good with the Lions, bro. This is going to be a football game. They not about to step on us. If anything, we going to step on their ass. Like, it's a fact. I feel confident, man. Usually I would be like, damn, I don't know, man. That's going to be a tough one. We were all 3 of us were kind of feeling like this a couple months ago, where we were like week 18, that's going to be one of those games where we don't know, because it might be for this, or it might be the Lions sitting their starters in a meaningfulest game. And everybody had this game marked on their schedule as maybe one of the tougher games if it came down to this. But man, at the end of the day, that fear is out the window, man. Like the way our team's been playing leading up into this point, I mean, shit. I think as a Vikings fan, you should be ready for Sunday, man. Like we should be ready to go in there.
We're gonna be ready, all right. Hell
For
yeah,
sure.
dude. Yeah,
Yep.
we ready. Bring
where
it
y'all
on.
watching it at? I know, Randy, you're doing your live stream, right?
Yep.
That live stream gonna be jacked, bro. Like that live stream gonna be pumping. That
Right,
shit.
Get some coffee.
Yeah, you're gonna break a record with that motherfucker for sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
You at the crib with it, Rap?
Yeah, I'm just at the crib with it, man. I might call my partner, man, down the street. He a Vikings fan too. My partner that I grew up with, man. We probably going because he was fixing my daughter's car today, and I was like, man, listen, man, you gotta come through the crib Sunday, man. We gotta turn up together for this one because this shit big, bro. Like this game, I mean, realistically, man, this game is big, bro. Like leading up to it, like SK said before the segment, man, like this is for it all for the most part. Like obviously we still have business to handle after this game, and regardless we got to play more football after this game whether we win or lose. But at the end of the day, man, this game right here is going to be under a magnifying glass because this is going to show what we're going to be in the actual playoffs. Like, are we really the real deal, which we believe that as Vikings fans, but like everybody else, all the little bit of doubters, because there is a lot of glazing going on today after beating the Packers. I mean, I'm starting to notice now
and
everybody
it's fake. It's fake.
But we earned it. We earned the glaze.
We earned it. But 18 weeks later, it took us 18
That's what
weeks.
I'm saying. Oh, the Vikings, they were 13-2 last week.
Yeah.
But now, I'm starting to believe in them. Hey, hold on. This super chat from Jay Guidos. I'm trying to figure out this acronym. Don't tell me. I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
SK, say it one time. Is it fuck the bum ass motherfucking Lions?
It's the bitch ass motherfucking Lions.
Well.
There you go. I mean, bum ass could have worked too. Bum ass could have worked too.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Jay for the 199. He started that on my channel when we were live. I think what was that, Jay? I think that might have been against the pet rally against the Packers, man. But yeah, nah. Hey, that's it. Jay, that's man. It though.
Nice.
Man, for sure. Fuck.
I was almost there.
Yeah, I'm actually watching the game at the Cosm. I don't know if you guys seen the Cosm get down. So it's like the Sphere in Vegas.
Yeah.
But LA has one and Dallas has one. So I looked at tickets last night, and yes, you have to buy tickets like it's an actual football game. So I kind of gave me a little.
Oh, so they have like a venue where you at?
Yeah. So if you guys look it up, it's called Cosm, COSM.
Oh, okay. And they pick sports games to play there and shit.
Yeah, so it's a huge sports, like, what do they call, like, virtual?
Oh, so it's surrounded by sports. It's built off of sports. Like that's what they do. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So you go into this spot where it's called the Dome, and they have like almost like stadium seating. Some are booths and everything, and you have to buy tickets. Like tickets are pricey. They're like game tickets.
That's a good business idea.
The views of the game, like I'll send you the link so you can see it yourself. It looks like you're literally standing in the back of the end zone. Like if they're in goal line, like they'll put your view right in the back of the end zone, and it's like you're standing right there, or you're in.
Bro, for a city that doesn't have, real quick, I know this is off topic for the show, but for a city that doesn't have a sports team like the city I'm from, Charleston, South Carolina, that would be a hell of a business. You know what I mean? To open something if you had the money to start that, especially for the college games around here, bro. That shit would go crazy, bro. Like, motherfucker, you'd be a millionaire in about 3-4 years.
Yeah, Jay said it's an immersive experience, whatever that means. But that's what they use.
I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, text that to me. I want to look it up and see what it's about. Cosm.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Paid a little penny for that. Tickets were like $100, bro. So
wow, and that's more than going to the fucking game. You could have flew to the game, dog. Couple more hundred.
Man, you chalk it up for the experience, man. The things
I'm sure they're going to be watching it at US Bank.
Team.
I'm sure they're going to be watching it at US Bank. I'm sure they're selling tickets there.
And also, for Christmas. So
yeah, good for you.
For sure. There you go, man.
So
shout out SK.
Man, anything we want to leave the people with before we get out of here?
No, SK, I think you said it all, man.
Said it all, man.
I don't know how we can top that.
Yeah,
we got angry SK up in this piece.
Hey man. Hey, look, this is the year.
It took 18 weeks, but we got
proud of you, man.
Proud of you, man. Let's go, man. Shout out SK, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man.
Well done,
man. Appreciate that. When I'm all in, I'm all in, and I'm all in right now. So I'm ready to get my feelings hurt again. I'm ready to get heartbroken again if needed. But I truly believe in this team, man. Yeah. I haven't been this confident in a Vikings team in a very, very long time, which is crazy to say.
Well, what I want to say, man, is shout out Blunt for the $2, man. Bringing purple. What is that?
Putazos.
Patasso. That must be some LA shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is, but shout out to Blunt, man, my dog, man. I want to say, man, y'all make sure y'all tap into the pep rally on Vocal Vike. I'm going to be doing that at 7:20. And then after that, man, y'all head over to Randy, man. You know Randy doing the live stream for the game, which them shits be super entertaining. So if you missing out on that, you tripping, bro. Like, facts, you got to tap in with the broski, man. So you got plenty of content to consume come Sunday. You feel me? Facts. Even leading up into the game, you're going to have plenty of content to consume. Maybe SK can jump on while he in the car on the way to the Cosmo. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Top of shit. Maybe we can get one more SK rant before the game kick off.
We'll get one before and hopefully after. And I got to put this up because people have been saying it all throughout the show, man. And we're going to keep bugging Randy. Randy, the Skull Fest 3, man. We're working on it still. The people are asking for you, Randy.
Maybe.
They're asking for you. It's just going to be on a Wednesday night this year because we're going to open the season as Super Bowl champs. So
yeah, you know what I mean? So
Thursday night football.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
I get what you're saying. So. Maybe.
Facts.
Maybe.
But I won't rule it out.
Appreciate everybody tapping in with us, man. If you don't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube, the Purple Parlor. And also follow us on Spotify as well. Our numbers are getting up there in the Spotify. We like seeing you guys tap in over there, get our downloads up. But also follow us on Instagram and TikTok. You know, TikTok's cracking, like we tell you guys every week. Go in there and defend us because I know we're going to get some Lions fans in there talking.
We about to get blasted.
Especially after the clip we're probably going to put up.
We need all the backup we can get over there, boy. God damn, like, them bitches be on us.
Yes, sir. But again, appreciate you guys for tapping in. Everybody that super chatted, shout out to y'all, man. You guys are keeping the lights on for us. Hit that like button, like Sal Dog said. Again, this is Purple Parlor, episode 21. It is your boy SK here with Realistic Randy Rap. Until next time, y'all. And hopefully, talking about being the #1 seed next week. 6 days away, y'all. Appreciate you. Purple Parlor. Peace.
I say the same. I say the same. I say the same.